Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today it's time to play another round of Battle Royale. Become the last one standing. Well, we've seen that before, but there is a new mode of Battle Royale which I've not yet played. This is clearly an evolving feature on GeoGuessr, something that the team is actively working on at the moment, so a few new things to see here. First, it says I'm in the Bronze Division with 44 of 200 experience points, so a long way to go yet. Second, it says Country Battle, play. My average position is 5.96 versus the Distance Battle, which is new. My average position is 0. I've never played this one before, so I thought today we'd give that a try. And of course, you can play a private game with your friends down below. So let's hit Distance Battle, because this is new for me. I've not seen it before. It says we're waiting for at least one other player to join. So I guess we wait. And then the game will begin. So this is relatively familiar. We can see people's different statuses here. There's a gold, a silver, bronze, uncategorized. So it looks like I'm amongst, you know, a diverse crowd. And I guess we're looking for the distance to our location. Campsito official gratis. Right, okay. This to me feels like Italy. We're going to look at these signs right here and go off that. Heads up, I'm in last place. Oh my goodness. Is that just because other people have guessed then? Guess? Okay, so it seems to be acting very slowly. At this moment it says I've made the cut, but my name is dropping down the list still. That might change, it looks like, before the end if any one of these three people don't get it. So, look, the time's run out, so I think I've probably made it, but only just. And actually, look at that. We were in Porto, of all places. So that was Portuguese we were looking at there. Well, I could have perhaps figured that out with a little more attention. I was kind of more distracted by what was on the right, actually. So let's just have a quick look behind us. No, there's nothing there. Quick look out to the right. No. And left. So this is maybe, well, it's extremely flat. So I'm thinking Belgium, northern France, something like that. Can we get in there, down to these crossroads? And what do we have here? Le Fil Dieu. Yeah, so definitely France. I'm going to go with northern France there. Take a guess. And then, so the way that I'm trying to work this out. So at the moment I've made the cut, so it means I've got a close enough guess. It said there earlier that I had 3 or 4 seconds until I was allowed to make another guess. So you can't just endlessly guess and iterate your way around the world until you get closer. And so we were just south of Paris there. So, you know, there's a bit of control around the game there. Otherwise, you could just click endlessly and until you make the cut, you know, and get better and better up the ranks. This looks like India. Possibly. Kind of feels like India. It kind of instantly says, heads up, you're in last place. So, but India's not really a common GeoGuessr location. So it says I've gone straight to the top there with my random guess in India. So I think I'm going to be okay. It just looks like India, but it could easily be Bangladesh. And the time really does ratchet down. I mean, the time's just disappearing before my eyes. So I've got to be careful here. I'm back down towards the bottom of the board. Let's see if I can improve my guess. I just made it off the list. Uh-oh. I'm only allowed 3 seconds until I can guess again. Will I have the time? Oh, no, I didn't have the time. And wow, that was actually in Bangalore. Okay, there we go. Well, that's quite interesting. So I wasn't too used to having India as a place on GeoGuessr at all, to be honest. But what happened there in the gameplay is that we guessed India, so we got to the top of the list. Then the others all guessed India, and as you can see, they're all fractionally closer, perhaps, than I was to the actual correct location. That bumped me down the list, and I was getting nervous that the correct answer was in Bangladesh, so I actually re-guessed Bangladesh, moving myself further away from the mark. That doesn't seem to have applied, so perhaps if you guess close and then change your guess to a worse one, it gives you your better guess. I'm not sure about that. But then in the Bangladesh guess, it locked me in there for 3 or 4 seconds, or 5 seconds perhaps, so I couldn't make another guess in time before the clock ran out. And I'd seen I'd gotten worse. So that meant that the answer was to the east or south or north, sorry, to the west, north or south of us. Possibly it could have been maybe, I don't know, Pakistan. I mean, I'm not sure. But it was Bangalore. So there we go. So we're knocked out, but let's play again. This is pretty interesting. I like the format. The game starts instantly. It seems we've got a mixed crowd here. Silvers, bronze, golds as well. So it says 10 people are playing. Only 9 can make it for now. So where are we now? The sun looks like it's in the north. So this, I think, puts us in South America somewhere. I'm just going to try and iterate around a bit more, shall we say, with the time that I've got. So that's put me pretty low on the rankings, to be honest. Now, if I change this guess and go again, does it improve me? No, it doesn't. Actually, it seems that I've gotten worse. Are we possibly in Africa? So that got me a lot closer. I went from being a few thousand miles away to being 500 miles away. So we're definitely much closer there. So that's good to know. And actually, yes, we were in South Africa. So that's not bad. Probably some famous mountain range region there, to be honest. But that's an example then of a bit of a strategy that you can employ to, well, figure it out, to be honest. What are we looking at here? We've got Arabic. More Arabic. Any flags? Don't see any flags. Initial guess would be Tunisia. Might as well use the iteration tactic so far to... I'm 19 miles away. So that absolutely confirms it. Really, there's no point in doing much more apart from getting into Tunisia. You see, I've actually guessed off the coast. It says I'm just 19 miles away, which is crazy. So we're not even in Tunis. We're probably in Sfax. So I'm going to re-guess. I've moved into last place despite the re-guess. So I'm going to go with Tunis. That's absolutely crazy. So these people have all, I've guessed now 600 yards away from the correct answer just by putting my pin randomly down. But these people all got it so close. So basically everyone is much better than I am. That's absolutely insane. How are they doing so well? I mean, I could have been so lost there amongst Tunisia, and I'm actually going to go this way. Might help me because I'm not sure other people will have gone this way. Take a look at the quick buses. No, I don't recognize that, but I'm going to try the same strategy. Keep guessing. I've got HL there. Let's see if we're in this part of the woods. 159 miles away. That's not bad, actually. Prahi, I don't recognize this. But I think it was a good idea to go and look at these buses, to be honest. So we're in south, we're in this region, and actually I'm quickly falling down the ranks here. So everyone else is within 10 miles away, and I've just lost it. So I'm going to re-guess Sarajevo. And I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Nope. Oh, goodness. Was that Prague then? I guess it was. I didn't know. So I'm knocked out again. 458 miles away. Now, I thought it said like a lower number than that. And actually, the mileage that I saw on the right-hand side when I was guessing around Tunisia said 19 miles away at some point. Then I guessed in Sfax, and it was all of a sudden 75 miles away. So that I'm not quite sure what the mileage indicator is on the right-hand side. I was assuming it was your radius from the correct answer, but this is your radius from the correct answer there, 458 miles. I could have sworn earlier it said 150 on the right-hand side, so not sure what's wrong there. Let's play again. I'm quite enjoying the feature. Game starting in a few seconds. Here we go. Would you look at this? God above all. So we are in a Christian nation. Starhito commuters. So I'm not sure where that is. If that is a place, then I'm a bit goose, to be honest. So it says heads up, you're in last place, but actually there's about 7 others who haven't guessed either. So that's not actually the case. It's just a case of not knowing. Right, we're going to get it off this billboard, and we've got to make a guess soon, actually. We're damn. Godwin's, you know, sounds... I'm going to go with Africa here. I'm going to go with Nigeria, actually. Take a guess. Made the guess. You know, it's put me halfway up the leaderboard. So now it says 504 miles down, 2173 miles up. So what's that about? I don't get... I'm not... That leaderboard ranking on the right-hand side, I'm yet to figure out. And here, I was actually 2,200 miles away. The correct answer looks like it was in Kenya or Tanzania somewhere. So let's look out behind us. And the road sort of gets bigger here, actually. So I'm going to go this way. We need to not spend too long kind of thinking about things, because the time is really quite low here. Let's get the sun, first of all. Right, so the sun's in the south. So that puts us in Europe. This definitely looks European, feels European. Going to go with a guess somewhere in Italy. You see, it says heads up, you're in last place as soon as one person makes a guess. So it feels like rolling countryside, maybe France. Let's go with France. At the moment, it says I've made the cut. And, you know, the leaderboard is constantly changing. So up 140 miles, down 3.8. So the people above me, I think that might mean that Raul is 140 miles closer than I am to the right location. And the person below me, who was called Ironim, was 3.8 miles further away than I was. We're driving on the right here, so we're sitting on the left. This is almost certainly, I think, Korea, just because it doesn't look like Taiwan. So I'm going to go with Seoul and take a guess here. And now let's see this game again. So we've got... My name there is risen actually to the top of the rankings, and Tanya D is just 2.4 miles further away than I am. So I've gone correct with Seoul there. Seoul's a massive city, obviously, so it's a total random guess, to be honest with you. I just clicked, you know, from space, basically. So someone else is now 1.6 miles away from me, but I am the closest at the moment, and that's just dropped. Somebody else now is 1.7 miles closer to the right answer. So that's, I think, how that works. I was assuming that that guess was, you know, the radius that you were away from the right answer. And actually, I mean, I would have had to have maybe changed my guess there pretty soon if many more people had made a guess, because I was quickly getting booted down. But I ended up being 8.8 miles away from the right answer. Let's go this way. Absolutely no clue where this could be. Everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. Why don't we look at the sun? It's broadly speaking in the south. This looks like America, to be honest. So nobody else has guessed. Somebody else is 5,000 miles closer than I am. So, you know, it's not America. We're going to go with Europe. And we can guess again. So we're definitely right with Europe. Nobody else knows where it is, basically. So we're going with Europe. And actually I just put a random pin down. I think looks like I put it in Austria, but actually we were in the southeast of Europe there. Is that Bulgaria? Possibly Bulgaria. I'm going to take a look behind us here and enjoy the view. Look at this. This is absolutely sensational. Where's the sun then? So the sun looks like it's in the north to me, but it's pretty difficult to tell actually. I'm going to go with South America on this one, and again, use the time to iterate somewhat. I think the iteration is a big part of the strategy here. I've risen straight to the top of the ranks, but that's only... Oh, I need to get rid of the map. Come on. Because nobody else has made a guess. Now someone's made a guess, and it's a bit closer than I am. The next person is 323 miles away, further from the answer. I'm fast falling down the leaderboard. I wonder then if it's worth me changing my guess and going a bit further south. I still feel like we're in the right neck of the woods here. I've risen back up the leaderboard a bit there, so I got closer to the answer, basically. And would you look at that? We're in South Africa. Wow. But everybody else was doing the same thing I was doing. We were all messing around in Argentina. So even if you've got a low number there on the right-hand side, it just means that other people are guessing fractionally closer to the answer than you are, but not necessarily correct. I mean, those answers were, you know, several thousand miles away from the right answer. So that's definitely not something to... It's a funny strategy I think we have to figure out here. So this person looks European, so I'm going to say we're in Europe here. This is Eastern Europe, perhaps. What do we have here? What's written on the bus? Expresso de la Sabana, SAS. Pardon me. We see there upside down and correct way up question points. So I'm just going to take a guess there. Somebody else is 2,000 miles closer than I am. So does that mean that we're in South America? Possibly, or Central America. Somebody else is 300 miles closer than I am. So I think so. But you see now I'm iterating based on other people's guesses, not my own. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're much closer to the correct answer, although we were on that occasion. So all we did there was correctly identify some Spanish and go from Spain to Central America. Not really a winning strategy, but not a bad one. Right, there is a flag in the distance there, but I can't make it out. This looks Cambodian or Laotian. So, you know, let's get in there. I don't think it's the Thailand flag, to be honest, but we'll put a guess on there. Start screwing down other people, making sure that they feel the pressure. And what do we have here? International Hotel. We could be in Malaysia here. There's lots of clues around, to be honest. It feels like Thailand or something similar. We could do with a business, but unfortunately we're kind of running out of time, actually. So I just hope that nobody else guesses ahead of me. It can change on a dime. It really can. Ernim's still guessing. I think I'm going to make the cut, but only because we were right, actually. I think I was in Cambodia there just, and we were actually correct, believe it or not. So we've made it to the top 3, and I think I'll be satisfied with leaving the game here, you know, with bronze position at the very least. So that's good. Let's change things up, go the other way. We're looking at the sun. It's ahead of us to the south. I think we're in the States here. Feels like the States. Did I just pass a sign? Yes, I did. and it's absolutely definitely not the States. It looks to me like we're in sort of Central Europe, so I'm going to put down a guess. And someone else is a bit closer to me. .hr. We learned the other day that that is Croatia, correct? And I think we'll be therefore in the kind of north of Croatia. This doesn't feel like the coastline. And at the moment, I'm in loudest place. I've got 2 seconds until I can go again. 0 seconds. Gonna guess again. And unfortunately, I didn't make it. No, that's right. We were wrong there. I was guessing completely incorrectly, in fact, and the others were right. We were in Latvia. So congratulations to Martin Garnier 19 and Jian San Lim. Well done. They were both much closer than I was with Latvia. Well, look, I'm knocked out there, 107 miles away from the correct answer. We can actually cross that out and see where the next round would be. This looks also European. Not 100% sure on this one myself, to be honest. But it looks like we're in the sort of same neck of the woods, perhaps. Or also maybe on the Croatian coast as well. But no, this feels a little more Northern European, to be honest. So these two are duking it out now. Jian San Lim seems to be in pole position. They keep guessing. You can see when they re-guess because their cards refresh. And look, they were actually both in the same, same country here. They were both guessing Lithuania, but they were wrong. Should have gone with Latvia, but Jian San Lim was closer. So fantastic. Let's check out the high score. So well done. I made it to 3rd place, and I think, given some of the stiff competition here, that feels pretty reasonable. Really enjoyed this new format of the Battle Royale game. I love how GeoGuessr is innovating on this, trying new things, pushing out new developments and new formats of gameplay. I think it's really, really exciting, and thank them for doing that. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, learned something new about the distance format on Battle Royale. If you haven't played it already, I highly recommend giving it a go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.